grocery shopping at your house?
Well, sometimes me, sometimes her, usually together. Why?
Because Molly won't let me go alone.
It's the list thing, right?
Bingo! You got it! That stupid-ass list. Oh, the other night she was tired, and we needed a few things at the store, so I most graciously volunteered to run down and get them.
Now here it going.
But no! She hadn't had time to write down
The list!
So the only way that she would allow me to go is if I absolutely agreed to only pick up the 5 items that we'd agreed upon and 1 impulse buy.
Oh, you mean the wild card item. That's what Meg calls it. I usually get a magazine and some gum.
Doesn't that just piss you off? I mean, I am a grown man, Andy, 45 years old, and I have to take an oath to my wife that I'll only pick up milk, bread, chips, toilet paper, and soap. It's demeaning.
Yeah, and I bet she made you write it down, too. Like us men are incapable of maintaining a 5-item list in our teeming with outside brain.
Right on, brother.
I got one for you. The other day, I go to 7-Eleven for milk and aspirin. Milk and aspirin. But she stops me at the door and asks, "Did you write it down?" You got it. 2 items. What does she think? I'm a 5-year-old child? I'm going to see the candy counter, lose all rational thought, and come home without the things I went for? It's 7-Eleven, for God's sake! I don't need no stinking list.
Like writing down the list makes them infallible.
Amen.
Oh, I am so sure that my wife works strictly from that all-encompassing, almighty list, moving deliberately from item to item, never deviating, never an impulse buy.
Oh, you tell it.
Oh, leading her directly to the checkout counter in a timely fashion. Oh, please.
And it's all with this high and mighty attitude, like they don't impulse buy. Hey, let me ask you this. Why do you think they stack the National Enquirer at the end of the checkout? I never buy the National Enquirer. Do you ever buy it?
Never.
Then tell me how they sell 20 bazillion copies of that rag every week, and yet it never appears on anyone's list.
Something else. When she's got that list made out, I never get to see it. So I have no way to prove that she even follows it.
Or that it even exists.
Yeah!
And if in fact it does exist, what is the procedure for getting my items on the list? How come all of my items are screened by her, but she can have anything she wants?
If I didn't help her put the groceries away, I wouldn't even know what we had in the house.
And isn't it amazing that so many of my items don't seem to fit that shit?
Oh, it is all about control, Andy. About being master of the list. The list is power.
You are so right, my friend. Another example. Last week, we spent an hour and a half making up one of those damn lists. So we go to the store together. And I catch her putting something in the basket that's not on the list. You know what she says? "Oh, I meant to write that down." I can't do that!
If I pick up something not on the list, I got some explaining to do.
It's the double standard of the list, Tom. For them, the list is amendable. For us, it's an absolute.
Oh, written in stone.
They don't seem to understand. Men are visual thinkers. If my wife says, "Go get some bananas," I go to the store, I see something long and yellow, I pick it up and I put it in the basket. I don't need to see the word banana on a piece of paper.
I refuse to accept the entire premise of the list. How can it save you time if you spend 90 minutes creating the stupid thing?
Thank you.
Hey, I know what I need. It's all up here.
Yes.
When I see it, I'll know it.
The list kills creativity and spontaneity.
The last refuge of free-thinking man.
And that's the inevitable outcome of marriage.
And that is why they employ the list.
The list is bad, Tom. It must be destroyed.
Hey, when